Hey everybody, Deanie Kong here, back from PAX, well, long back from PAX. I'm just only now starting to recover from the 3 straight days of walking and standing and walking some more and not eating enough food. I think I lost about 2 pant sizes over the weekend. I put on a pair of jeans on Friday, they were too tight, put them again on Sunday, and I needed a belt. So if you need to lose weight, go to a convention and then don't eat. This is definitely the best con experience that I've ever had, and I've been going to cons since like 2007-ish. So it was just such a good time. I got to meet so many great people at ArenaNet and so many of the Guild Wars 2 community, and just like it was just such a good time. So I got there on Friday, and I went straight to the ArenaNet booth because I'm a slave to Guild Wars 2, and I got up in line, and Gail and Ruby were up on the stage, and they were like, "We're gonna do trivia. Who wants to play trivia?" I'm just like, "I want to play trivia." So I run up to the stage, and I'm just like, "Oh, pick me! I want to do trivia. I want to do trivia or whatever." And we go through 5 rounds, and like I'm standing directly in front of Ruby and like making eye contact with her, and she's just like staring right through me. I'm just like, "Uh oh, uh oh." Maybe I made too many Mean Guild Wars 2 videos. Maybe nobody here actually wants me here. But I ended up getting in on the last round, and the question was name the Surin colleges. And I'm like, oh, I know this one. I'm like, statics and dynamics and synergetics. And they're like, yeah, that's correct. And they give me a Ritlock plush, which I already have one, as you guys saw with my very, very awesome filler video. So I got another one of those, which I might be doing like a giveaway or something for. So keep liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, and maybe you'll get some free crap. But they gave me a cool little Varinet pin, or Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns pin, and they gave me an invitation to their industry party, which is pretty sweet. Um, I later found out though that like every other pseudo Guild Wars 2 celebrity just got one, and I had to work for mine. So check your privilege, Inks, Boots, Shin, Blue, all you guys. Speaking of Inks, Boots, Shin, Blue, etc., I got to meet all of them. After I hopped back in line, I noticed that Shin and Blue were like standing 2 feet behind me and chatting. And I'm just like, oh, I gotta go say hi. And I jump out of line. I'm just like, hey, Shin, Blue. And they're just like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, I have a magswag shirt on. They're like, oh, it's Deanie. How you doing, Deanie? And I got to meet them. I got to talk to them, and that was fun. I got back in the line, and I'm standing in line. I'm in line for like, it was a 45-minute demo. So you can probably guess how long those lines were. You guessed wrong. It was longer than that. So I got in that line. I was in that line for about 2 hours. I got to meet some scrub Yaxba in person. Nah, he was actually really cool. And then I got like almost to the very front of the line, and I got a phone call from this person that I was selling a Friday pass to on Reddit. So I had to jump out of line, go out in the cold, wait for him. I gave him his thing, and then I hop back in line, and spent the rest of like the next 3 hours waiting until I finally got to the front. But while I was waiting, I'm sitting on the ground because I was lazy and I was standing up for 2 hours and I was tired. And somebody approaches me and is like, "Are you Deanie Kong?" I look up. I'm just like, "Yes, I'm Deanie Kong. Who are you?" She's like, "It's Foxerd." I'm just like, "Oh my god!" Foxerd is the leader of Saga, one of the former leaders of Tuquaddle Termination Squad, or Tuquaddle Taco Squad, whatever it is, and a fellow Megumi. So I finally got to meet a Megumi person. I gave her one of the Mag Swag shirts, and we stood in line for another 100 million years, and we finally got to play the demo. And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I gotta play Warrior. I'm not gonna be one of these guys that just plays Revenant, which was a mistake. But I played Warrior, and like I get in there, and it's like story mode with like Kanak and Traherne and all those people, and I'm just like, I'm all about that esports. So I leave the story instance and I start running around. Shinryuku is there. He's on the streamer seat. And so I start running with him and playing the video game. And then like not even like 10 minutes into it, we fight the Wyvern. We absolutely wreck the crap out of him. And not to take all the credit, but I definitely carried that team with my hammer. Completely just decimated that block bar as soon as it popped up. But yeah, we beat the Wyvern, and we still had like 15 minutes left, so we do it again. We go back, we do all the events, and pop up the Wyvern again, and we beat the Wyvern twice, which is pretty cool because one of my friends didn't even beat him once. Um, yeah, we got off, and I got a T-shirt, and that was pretty much the end of the day because it was like 5:30 at that point, and the expo hall closes at 6. So we just walked around a little bit more, and then end of the day, I meet up with Foxart again, and she's like, "Hey, I'm going to the ArenaNet party. You want to come with me?" And I don't know if any of you guys know Boston, but the convention was at the South Bay Expo Center in South Boston, and the party was at the Hard Rock Cafe over at Faneuil Hall, which is about a mile and a half walk. And I walk everywhere. I walk absolutely everywhere. So she asked me, like, how are you getting there? I'm just like, I'm going to walk. And she's like, okay, I'll walk with you. I'm just like, all right, that's fine. We walked there. We got there. We met more Yaxben people. Sat with this nice young couple from Yaxben, I guess. They had really cool commander tag hats on that they made custom. And they even admitted, just like, yeah, Yaxben, we're all about those arrow carts. So, Yaxben and Maguma are still super Sunday for each other. But hung out at the party. I thought they were gonna feed us, but they didn't. But Gail sat at my table. Gail Gray. She was eating a cheeseburger. I'm just like, I'm so proud of you, Gail, with those deluxe burgers. Yeah, hung out at the party, ate chips and cheese, and got to meet I met Regina and Stefan and Colin and Devin, and I think that was it at the party. I also finally got to meet Jebro and Inks and Boots and Shinryuku later that night. Posted on Twitter I finally got to meet Dini Kong. They posted a picture of him and Boots, so now it's kind of like this running joke that Boots and I are the same person because we look like we could be cousins. Maybe not brothers, but definitely cousins. We're both short white guys with thick black glasses and stubble and stuff, but he's from Montreal and I'm from Boston, so I guess we're rivals anyway, at least if you're going by hockey rules. Devin Carver, I approached him with a magswag shirt and I asked him if he could take a picture with it, and he was just like, I don't think I want to do that. I'm just like, all right, I'll wait a couple hours for you to get a couple more drinks in you, and then I'll ask again. I ended up asking him 3 times, and then finally, right before I left, he finally agreed to it, very reluctantly. But he took the picture with it with a big puss on his face, which was on purpose. Don't worry, he wasn't that mean. And so I got that picture, and that made all of Maguma happy, because Maguma was such an asshole to him as a complete and total server, because he was all about the world v world balance and gameplay changes and things like that. And Maguma is so try hard and esports and everything. Every time something bad happened in world v world, they were just like, fucking Devin Carver, it's all his fault. But no, he was a good sport and he was a really nice guy. I got to meet Colin. I just approached him and just introduced myself and told him just I love what you do and everything like that. And I asked him if he could also take the magswag shirt, and he did it. He was more than willing to do it. And I told him this before I got Devin to do it. I'm just I want to try and get one with Devin too. And he's like, there's no way you're going to convince Devin to do that. So even Colin knows how much Maguma was a big fat jerk. But yeah, Colin and Devin now have magswag shirts, so I'm hoping at some point maybe they'll wear them on stream or something. Saturday was the tournament, which I didn't really hang around as much as I wanted to. Spent a lot of time on Saturday actually trying to play games and experiencing other things, so that was a very good time. What else? I got Shin and Inks and Blue and Jebro and Grouch. I got all of them magswag shirts as well. Boots, if you're watching, I have one for you. I'm just gonna have to wait until the next time there's a big thing. I'm sure whatever happens next, maybe ArenaNet will invite us to Seattle, just you and me, or they'll send an invitation to one of us, thinking that'll cover both of us. I don't know, but Boots, I have a shirt for you. Sunday was mostly, just wrapping up. I got in line again and I played the SPVP. I got in line with this really cool Twitch streamer named Blokes. He plays a thief. He's trying to get back into Guild Wars 2, so hi, Blokes. And there was also, I didn't catch his name, but the guy ahead of us in line had already played the demo, so he already knew how the game mode worked and everything. Plus, I was being fed information from Shin, who was not in the line, but he was right beside it, whispering sweet nothings about Revenant and stuff. But yeah, we completely decimated the enemy team, and I think Doc Ock Gaming was on the team too, the enemy team. So sorry. But yeah, we won that, and we got the sweet holographic ArenaNet T-shirt, which was really cool. And then I just met up with some friends, and around 4 o'clock, no, around 5 o'clock, all the raffles and stuff were going on throughout the building, and I don't really care for those because I don't like standing in giant crowds. So I just hung around on stage, and I met up with some of my college friends, and we just kind of lounged around on the Guild Wars 2 stage since there was nothing going on there. As me and my friend are chatting, Ruby kind of just floats over to us and kind of like starts eavesdropping because we're talking about Guild Wars 2, and my college friend, he hadn't played for like a year or so, so I was telling him all the the stuff that's happened since then and how much fun. And Ruby's just like, I love hearing these kinds of conversations. And I'm just like, I shake hands with her. I'm like, hey, I'm Deanie Kong. It's nice to finally meet you. And she's like, oh, you're Deanie Kong? I saw you on Twitter and I heard everybody talking that you were here. I wanted to meet you so bad. I'm so finally glad I got to meet you. I'm just like, oh my god, I am the biggest celebrity in the entire fucking PAX. Like, fuck you, John Tron, you're nobody. And like, Pro Jared, you weren't there. He was, but I'm way bigger than all those people because Ruby knows me. So we hung out and Ruby chatted with us for quite a while. We talked about we talked about Guild Wars 2, and we talked about the internet, and we talked about like asshole video game players and things like that. And we get to the point where we're talking about like all the free swag and everything. And Ruby's just like, wait here a second. She gets up and she comes back with like 6 T-shirts for like me and the 3 people that were with me. And we're just like, oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Ruby. And then we're talking about the other swag at the other booths, specifically these like light up lanyards that were being given away at Dreadnought. And we're just like, yeah, we didn't get a chance to get those because the line was too long. And she's like, come with me. And she walks us over to the Dreadnought booth because apparently she has a friend working there. She walks in there and she comes back out a minute later with just like an arm full of these light up lanyards, and she just hands me the whole stack of them. She's like, give these to your friends. So that was pretty awesome. We go back to the booth and just like, well, while you're feeling generous, like, you got any extra stuff? I mean, it's almost the end of the con, so I imagine there's stuff that you guys don't want to have to like lug back with you to Seattle. And she's like, yeah, just give me a minute. And she hands me an entire like giant bag of ArenaNet lanyards. So yeah, I'm gonna have I've got the giant bag of lanyards, the Ritlock plushie, like 3 extra T-shirts, and a whole bag of lanyards, which I'll probably do for like giveaways. So yeah, stick around, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I didn't actually like interview anybody with regards to like actual like Heart of Thorns stuff or anything like that. I just I talked to ArenaNet people about like their travels in Boston, things like that, and it was just more personal than business. As much as I wanted to do some business, but it was worth it. It was a really good time. I had a lot of fun. Got to make a lot of nice connections. Got to know some of the ArenaNet people and some of my content creators. I got to hug Shin a couple times. But I'm gonna figure out what to do with all this extra swag, how I'm gonna start doing giveaways and things like that. And yeah, I got nothing else. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll have more videos with real content sometime next month, probably. I don't know. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for giveaways. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a good weekend and everything else. Bye.